Hello, welcome to the Marketing Study Guide again. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how to use a radar chart as a perceptual map and discuss when to use it. To start with, I have some perceptual map data. This was be obtained through some sort of survey with consumers where you ask them about the different product attributes. There's a range of ones here for biscuits or cookies. And then we go through a whole series of brands and get them to say to what extent do they agree or disagree. For example, brand A is they would strongly disagree that it's a sweet taste, whereas brand B is I strongly agree. So it gives you a sense of what the product's about. It gives you a sense of who they're targeted at, for kids, for example. It gives them a sense of what attributes they're competing on. Do they have a wide choice? Is it a healthy product? Is it high quality? Is it a trusted brand? Is it convenient sizes? And so on. So a lot of information can be gleaned from an image survey. Now typically we do the Axes Perceptual Map, which I discuss in detail on my site with the link below, and has a free template. But there's also times when a radar chart or a spiderweb chart would be more effective. So I'm going to make one now. What I'm going to do is just grab the first 3 brands, grab all their data, go up to Insert, go up to Other Charts, come down to the radar chart here and click on it, and it's just made for me. I'll just make it a bit bigger for us to see. Okay. What this allows us to do, and you've got the brands here, is to show, typically you would show 2 to 3 brands at a time across a range of attributes. Now this differs significantly from the 2 Axes Perceptual Map, which you would find in textbooks, because obviously in those situations we're only comparing brands on 2 attributes. Here we're able to do it on, there is actually 10 attributes on this particular chart, and we could possibly do a few more. I would typically limit this to 3 or 4 brands. Once we get beyond that, it gets very cluttered and hard to read. What this enables us to do very quickly is to get an overall profile of each brand and their competitive strengths and advantages. We have a look at brand A, for example. They stand out as being old-fashioned, which is actually a negative one, but they also stand out for being good for you. I just brought that down. So this is an older brand that's been around for a while and is considered to be relatively healthy. So that's their competitive advantages. Brand B, obviously a very sweet cookie, has a very wide choice, good brand, happy for people to use it when they have guests, etc., and it's high quality. So we could say, yes, a very sweet product, known and by many consumers, good following. They've got a large selection, a lot of choices, etc. And then brand C, if we have a look at them, they're not as sweet. They're some sort of savory type product as well, but they do pretty well on the snack category. So it's something you would perhaps add toppings to and have it as some sort of meal. Okay, so again, you can see the advantages, and obviously anything close to the middle is a disadvantage. So that's one use of the radar chart. The other use is where you can, and I've got 2 years of data here, where you can talk about how the brand is being developed. So what I'll do is I'll just look at brand A. I'll go Insert, Other Charts, Radar Chart again, as we had. So far I've only got 1 year. Okay, what I need to do is now to add the 2nd year. I do that by making sure I've clicked on the chart, go to Select Data, and then I want to add something. And what I want to add is brand A again, down here, but I want to add it for the 2nd year's data. To change these, I would make sure I again clicked on the chart, go up to Design, Select Data, and I would simply edit each one, and instead of calling it brand A, I just call it year 1. OK. And the second one, again, I just edit that, change the title of it, the name of it, to year 2. So again, I've got that done pretty quickly. And I bring it up. What I can see now is how the brand has been developed over the last 2 years, primarily in the minds of the consumers. So again, you see it's making big steps in choice, serving size, it's becoming a better known brand, increases in quality. And this is quite a dramatic increase in their overall sort of image in the marketplace. So there's the ways you can use it. Now let me just show you why we shouldn't put everybody on the same chart. If I select all these brands and then go and set up a radar chart, even when I make that big, it's done it both ways. I can reverse this. I could have the attributes around the outside and the brands here. Either way, the outcome's the same. To put that in a report would be very confusing, very difficult to read. So that's why we typically limit it. So when would I use a radar chart over a perceptual map? If I wanted to get a sense of the overall profile of the brand, and I want to look across many attributes, this is a much easier way to do. If I want to compare year 1 or year 2 for a particular brand to see how they've been developing, I'd use it. But normally I would use a normal perceptual map in most cases, and I would identify 2 attributes where there is a significant difference. Okay, so like I said, there's a link down the bottom to follow for more information.